27-yard run.
Hey, Roadrunners. Welcome back. Live Medallion. It's Friday night before the big game, the Battle of the Birds, the Battle of the Wonky Schools. So you've got the North Texas Mean Green. Are they Eagles or are they the Mean Green? They're Green Eagles, right? And you've got the Roadrunners. Well, we're a bird that chooses to run instead of fly, right? A little fun right there. Mascots are mascots. We've got unique mascots. They got a unique mascot, right? The Mean Green. They got the Eagle. So it's kind of cool. I mean, I get it. I'm not hating on them. Just having a little fun. Let's talk about the game. What do you think's going to happen? It's homecoming. What do you think's going to happen? So what's amazing to me is when I look at the stats, is while North Texas is 4-3, right? We have a common opponent in Texas Southern, and they are gonna play supposedly the harder Conference USA teams later, and we got it easier, if that makes sense, right? Supposedly. It's conference games, they're never easy. We're going through that right now, right? We see that right now. FIU was not an easy game. We won 30-10, but it was not an easy game. Part of it was we were tired. It was hot as Hades there. You could see it on the players. But we still gritted, gutted, gutsied, manned up, got a victory, right? We're 5-2 right now. We are 2 games from victories from a guaranteed bowl game. I'm pretty sure we'll be guaranteed a bowl game if we win 7 games. Just the way Conference USA is shaping out right now. So we're 2 games from a guaranteed bowl game. We are reigning conference champs. What do you think North Texas is going to be? They ruined our season last year. They want to make sure they leave Conference USA with conference championship. That's one thing they don't have. So let's talk about them as a team. Would it surprise you if you knew that they were putting up 500 yards of offense all season, every game? I don't want to say every game, but they're averaging 500 yards of offense in 7 games. That's more than what we average. That's a lot. Now, would it surprise you that they are 50-50? And that's what should scare us. That's what we've got to look at. We've got to see what our defensive front 6. I'm pretty sure it has to be front 6, because I would like to say front 7, but I'm not sure that our defensive secondary matches up with the way we play defense, matches up to where we can lock down their best wide receiver. Remember, they're doing 250 yards of passing too. So it's not like they're not passing the ball. Now, with that being said, they've given up more passing yards than we have, right? But we've given up more running yards than they have, their running team. So this is one of those things where styles make fights. Can our defensive rotation and our front 7, front 6, maybe front 5, here's what's working in our favor. Now let's take the Army game. And I think this is working. I don't want to say working in our favor. It's the kind of thing, but might be a bright spot for us. Is Army with the triple option, with the fake blocking, then running out into pattern, and you commit on the triple option, left guys wide open. We saw that. Then we started making changes. Then we started plugging holes a lot better, and we escaped from Army with a win, right? Can we do that? Can we fill those holes and not have to overcommit and leave, say, their tight end running, streaking down the middle of the field wide open, right? That's what Army kind of did to us. The little guys acting like they're tight ends, but they're really wide receivers. And they fake a block, and then they release and go. And then they're fast, and they got behind us. Can we make that stop? That's what you've got to look at. I think we can. With the way we have been approaching teams defensively, we aren't stunting all that much. We're just basically pushing the line of scrimmage backwards. So that is forcing running backs to make a decision, if that makes sense, right? So there's not been the gaping holes to where you get caught in a stunt and then 3 guys are on the wrong side line of scrimmage, all of a sudden they're wide open, right? We're really good about that. And then we use our linebackers to come in and fill the gaps. So if we can do that with our front six and keep them contained, just keep them bottled up, then our secondary, our back five, maybe has a chance. We know we don't have the cover to cover guys. I mean, let's face it, we lost Tariq, right? And that weakened our secondary. The kids are playing hard. I'm not putting them down. Don't mistake that one iota. It's just a fact of life. You lose a kid to the NFL. We lost an offensive lineman, left tackle to the NFL, right? And what have we gone through? 5 left tackles, which leads me to the next cause of concern, point of emphasis for the Roadrunners. Can our offensive line hold up? Can our offensive line allow Frank, a running quarterback, to do what he does magically and get our big three wide receivers just rocking and rolling? So they give up 250 yards passing a game. That's what they do 250. They give up 270 yards passing a game. In the modern game, is that really a lot? At one time, that was a lot. That was a cause for concern. But in today's modern game, everybody's throwing the ball. They're dinking and dunking, and that kind of fun stuff. So it doesn't really, I don't think that's a lot. It's not like they're giving up 325 yards passing, right? They gave up fewer yards to Texas Southern than we did. They allowed more points against Texas Southern than we did, but they also scored 59 points to our 52. And we played Texas Southern back-to-back weeks. Now, can Zakari, Josh, and Decorian, JT, get open? If they can really manage to push that defensive secondary, and it's a concern for North Texas. All their fans are talking about, worrying about covering our wide receivers, right? If we can make that a problem for them, then expect Sharp, expect Cardenas, and expect Dishman to have big games. They're the ones that need to find soft spots in the hole, in my opinion. We get them to find soft spots in the defense, then I think our passing game is just going to go nuts. Right? Usually we've been using them as more blockers, and then when we need to really get 4 or 5 guys out in pattern, they go out in pattern. But for the most part, they've been also helping with the blocking, right? Because they've needed to. If they can sneak out, get 5, 7 yards here and there, you stop that pass rush. And then the final X factor, and we saw it. We saw it. Can we run the football like we ran against FIU? That was a beautiful performance by Carpenter. Not Carpenter. Oh, my God. He's slipping my name. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Barnes. Can we use Barnes? His legs were fresh, and I'm hoping they're still fresh, because I'm telling you, he hit that hole a lot different than Brennan hit the hole. Now, I'm not marking anything against Brennan. He's played a very beautiful season for us. He came back, and I'm telling you, he catches the ball out of the backfield, and he runs very well with the football in the open field. As long as we don't turn the ball over and we get Barnes going, I look forward to a fun game. It's homecoming, so they want to ruin our homecoming. That's always a bad thing to make a rival your homecoming game. It never works out, right? That almost seems to never work out for the teams, right? But we'll see. All I know, and all you know, and your eyes aren't lying to you. We are 5-2, right? We are defending conference champs. We are overcoming injury after injury after injury on the defensive line and on the offensive line. We have done well to keep linebackers healthy. We've done well to keep secondary healthy. We've done well to keep running backs healthy for the most part, right? Yeah, I know Traylon Smith has had some issues here and there, but Brendan's been out there. Barnes has stepped up, and we've got a little X factor working for us coming out of the backfield, and I wonder if they're going to use him. Yeah, Carpenter, he's fast. Right? Use him on the sweep. Almost like if we were to approach using him like we did Now, this is different player, right? Cam Jones, right? Back then, Cam Jones was all world. But man, when he got those sweeps against teams, he was hard to get into the backfield. Now, we have to learn how to get those sweeps because when we ran them with Cam, we had a different style of offense, and the wide receivers took off and ran different routes, and he was left out there by himself. Now, the best part about it was he could throw the football, right? So if they if they came up to take him out, he could just dunk it over. Now, I don't remember how many times he did it. I don't think we did it very often because he usually could always seem to get 9 yards on those sweeps, those jet sweeps. We'll see. We'll see. This is good. This is a big game, but I am telling you the game is going to have to be won. And it's our front 4 to front 6. If we have to commit 7 guys to stopping that running attack, expect a long day, just like last year, like the 12th game last year. What we have going for us this year is we're not coming off an emotional victory over winning our first ever division championship, right? We don't have kids that are sick as dogs. Apparently flu was just crushing our team at that game, right? Also, we had it in the conference championship game. We had it in the bowl game. But at the same time, we got the injuries. So it's kind of a wash, a push in that regard. Got to give it to whoever stepped up and played left tackle from the defensive line. That kid, you guys need to pat him on the back. You guys need to chat him up. Those of you all that are on the opposite side of the ball, right? If you're on the opposite side of the home side of the field, on the offensive side, I'm on the defense side. You guys need to chat him up, talk him up, and tell him, hang in there. Keep going. You've got this, big boy. He played beautifully against FIU. He really did. He played a really good game. And it's nice to see. That's a sign of a coaching staff treating every player like they're the starter. You show me a coaching staff that treats every player like a starter in practice, giving them all equal reps. I don't know if they give them equal reps, but you know what I mean, right? That when they're running that, they're not making depth chart number 5 a tackling dummy just to make them a tackling dummy, right? I mean, so why do coaches do that? And then when they get injuries, all of a sudden, oh, well, we got injuries, and that's why we lost 2 games this year. I would love to send them a tape of UTSA under Coach Traylor. I'm being dead serious. They can say, well, you're only playing the Conference USA. Yeah, well, we only have Conference USA players. I'm being serious when I say that. And that's not a knock. These aren't 5-star players going against 5-star players. These aren't 4-star players, number 4 on the depth chart. We're lucky to have 3-star players, and we're lucky that our 3rd-string running back, 3rd-string tackle is even a 1-star. So I go back to this coaching staff and how they're treating all the players. Every play in practice is important. The way all these players approach practice is important. Anyway, Roadrunners, it's homecoming. I will see you guys in the Alamo Dome. Kickoff is 2:30-ish. They love to say 2:30, but you know, it always ends up being like 2:35 or something silly like that. But anyway, get there, show up at homecoming, wear your alumni t-shirt, whatever you want. I don't know if it's orange out, blue out, gray out, purple out. Doesn't matter. Show up wearing navy, orange, or white. Prefer navy or orange because we're home team, so we really don't need to wear white. But if you only got a white t-shirt that says UTSA on it, wear that white t-shirt that says UTSA on it. Just as long as that t-shirt's, the lettering is either orange or navy. So, peace out, Roadrunners. Let's get a good game this weekend and then go into the bye week and heal up and be ready for the final 4 games of the season and finish our charge. One final statement. I almost forgot. Before you leave me. Don't be surprised if this is just the first game we play North Texas this year. We could see, just like Western Kentucky, have to play them twice. Don't be surprised. I'm just saying. Don't be surprised. Peace out. Birds up. Boo!
47-yard line.